right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We are checking in. Great evening to each and every one of you. We are live. We want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to Testinonial Tuesday. We're super excited to be here before you on this evening. Go ahead and take the time to tag, take the time to share, take the time to tell somebody, as I have another phenomenal, beautiful lady on the screen with me on this evening who I guarantee you, her story will change your life. So you're going to want to share this. You're going to want to tell somebody. We're going to get it started in just a moment. All right. So great evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday to every one of you out there. Great evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Testimonial Tuesday. It is that time where I tell you we come together and we share stories of individuals who have said yes to changing their life, yes to being free, physically and sometimes even financially. Right? So we are so excited to be before you on this evening as we are going to share another phenomenal story. So tune in, chime in, and we're going to get this started in about another few seconds. Great evening, everybody. Yes, thank you guys. Share it out. Happy Tuesday. It's another day in which we hope that you all have an amazing day. But the time for change is now. Say yes to your health, because it truly is your greatest wealth. All right. Great evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get this started on this evening. All right. So happy Tuesday to everybody out there that's jumping on. We want to say great evening to each and every one of you. My name is Pam McCray, and I'm super excited again to be here on this Tuesday night as I have the incredible opportunity to bring forth my beautiful guest, none other than Mrs. Tenisha Perry, in which, you know what, I'm not going to share and shine, take the shine from her. But I can tell you that I am grateful and thankful that she's taken time out of her schedule to share her story with all of us on tonight. And I guarantee you that it is definitely life-changing. So if you haven't tagged, if you haven't shared this out, go ahead and do that right now. So Tenisha, I want you to go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Let them know where you are chiming in from on this evening. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. My name is, again, as Pam said, Tenisha Perry. I am from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm married, have a husband. I have a 13-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Wow. So a mom, a wife. And so it sounds like you're very busy. Right.
Very busy. I also am a caretaker to my dad and my uncle as well. So we are a busy family of 6.
Wow. And you know what? And as I'm listening to you, because I know we had a conversation, I didn't know that you were a caretaker to your dad and your uncle. And that right there just really just touched my heart, because I know what that feels like, being the chosen one in my family as the baby of 5, and just being truly blessed to be there for my parents as they got older. I'm forever grateful for it in this industry, and just having products, health and wellness products in our life really was the game changer. So huge shout out to you, because it takes a special person, to be able to, number one, be able to do all of that. And so I know it's not easy. And so definitely my heart goes out to you, and you're doing an amazing thing. And that's the reason why God is blessing you in so many ways, because we always want to be able to give back to our parents and to our family members. But a lot of times, we're not in a position to be able to do that. So God has truly blessed you. So awesome. Wow. So we're on here tonight. And, I heard about your story and really just wanted you to share it with the world, because so many people are wondering, why we are so excited about this noni. We are the team that's bringing back Tahitian noni, an incredible superfood that
Mhm.
literally came out, literally the juice, over 30 years ago. So
Mhm.
it's not a fly by night superfood. It's a juice that has been around. However, we're the team that's bringing it back in the United States. And we've been at this for a little over a year. And I can tell you, Tenisha, we have seen story after story after story. And there's no doubt on why we call this juice God's gift. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to buckle up because this juice does everything. This is the juice that if you're battling anything in your body, I don't care if it's your sugar levels, if it's your pressure levels, if it is your cholesterol levels, maybe it's your cognitive thinking, or perhaps your heart health, or you have pain in your body. We are hearing story after story of this juice going in and really just targeting
Mhm.
those areas to restore health. So I want you, Tanisha, to go ahead and just let everybody know prior to you saying yes to partner code, because you've been in the company for about how long now?
A little bit over a year.
A little bit over a year, right? So you've been here almost pretty much from the beginning since we
Mhm.
came on the scene. So I want to know, I want you to tell everybody, what was going on with you prior to you saying yes to the Tahitian Noni.
Sure. I was one of the type of people that, stayed active. I like working out, didn't really care for the treadmill too much, but I love lifting weights. I did do the elliptical for a little bit, just trying to stay active, staying healthy, being able to walk around and everything with my children. I was also regularly donating blood. And it just so happened that one day I went in to do my donation, and the doctors came out and the nurses came out and said, "You feeling okay today?" I was like, "Yeah, I feel fine," just thinking that it was one of those things where just being tired. And they said, "Well, we're not comfortable enough with you donating blood today. What we think you should do is follow up with your primary doctor and then go from there." So I made an appointment with my primary doctor and I told her what they told me. And she said, "I think that you should see a cardiologist." So I went to see the cardiologist. They ran tests and everything. And it came back and they said, "Miss Perry, I'm sorry, but your diagnosis is you have congestive heart failure." This was in 2019. Devastated, never having any issues with my heart being active or anything of that nature. And when they went to go and take my blood pressure, my pulse was 36 and they had to manually do it. My heart rate was so low that it wouldn't register on the machine. So after
So
doing
so hold on a second, because and as I'm listening to your story, and I mean, I can only imagine how detrimental that was. Your wife, your mother, your living life, and
Mhm,
you were doing everything right.
mhm,
Even as I listened to you, you said, you know what, you were physically active, you were
right,
out there, you were exercising, even to the point to where you understood that, it wasn't just about the treadmill, but you were actually strength training
mhm,
to, build muscle and to really take care of your body. And
mhm,
then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, like there was no history, no, right,
mhm,
just out of nowhere. I can
right,
only imagine how devastating that was. You're doing your normal daily routine of, or your routine of giving, right? You were
right,
giving to others, because it takes
mhm,
a lot for a person to decide that I'm going to donate blood. Not everybody decides to do that.
right.
And so you're giving back, and then now you go there, and all of a sudden you're at a cardiologist
Yep.
and you get this report.
Devastating, life changing. And, after getting the test and going back for testing, it was determined that my heart was only operating at 25%. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs after I got to and I live in a two-story home. So when I get halfway up the stairs, I'm stopping to take a breath
Wow.
before I can go about my day.
Wow. So mentally, you're going through a lot,
Mhm.
right? Physically, you're going through a lot. And what did you end up doing? Because I know that the doctor at that time, they told you that, they wanted you to have surgery, right? But it's something that you didn't really want to do at the time, right?
Yeah, I was terrified of the surgery. I as a matter of fact, I prolonged the surgery. I got the diagnosis in 2019. After talking to my pastor, she said, "Go ahead and have the surgery. We're gonna cover you in prayer." So I didn't have the surgery. I didn't have the procedure until 2019. I'm in 2023, which was last year. So after I went in and I had the procedure, they said, "We're gonna put you on this medication, and you would be on this medication for at least a year to see if we can see any improvement in your heart function." So I went, got the prescription filled, started taking it. One of the other issues that I battled too was headaches. I've had headaches every day from the age of 12 to 46, which was last year. And so that's one of the side effects. One of the side effects of the medication: headache, nausea. And I'm the type of person, I don't do well with medication anyway. So if there is a side effect to the medication, then more than likely I'm going to experience it. And that was my experience with the medication. I was even more tired. I experienced the nausea, I experienced the weight gain, just about every other thing that you could imagine with that medication. That was the side effect that I experienced. So I said, you know what? I can't take it. I feel worse now on the medication than I did before. So around this time, my
And
pastor,
given your situation, especially when it's your heart,
mhm,
I can see that, that's the first resort that a doctor would go to. But it's unfortunate that, just like you said,
mhm,
these prescription drugs that medical doctors prescribe, it's like they're supposed to help a certain situation, but then you're expected to go through life and to deal with all of the different side effects that these prescription drugs end up causing you.
right,
And a lot of people don't realize, Tanisha, that there are some alternative methods, and you start to take these drugs and you got all of these side effects, and you're like, you just couldn't do it, right? You shared with me
mhm,
that, taking the drugs was not something that you could do because you felt worse taking
right,
the drugs than you did when you were dealing with the heart issue.
mhm,
And but yet something like this Tahitian noni is I want everybody to know that this juice is actually listed in the PDR. You can go to pdr.net, okay? And that is the physician's desk reference where doctors prescribe the drugs, right? Because I think you showed me that you had the drugs right there by you, right?
yep.
Right? Like the
This
same
one,
prescription
it's still
drugs,
weak.
right, that your doctors prescribe for you to
Mhm,
take. This juice is in the same book, but they won't tell you about it. All
mhm.
right. So I just wanted to point that out. So go ahead, I'll let you continue.
So I got to the point where I said, I'm not taking it anymore. Around this time, Apostle Annie, she's my pastor, she said, um, look at this and tell me what you think. So I started listening to the calls and started listening to about the product. So I ordered and I started taking it. I started out taking one pack in the morning. I always did the sachets. I did one pack in the morning and one in the evening. And I continued that routine. I went back to the doctor and my heart function increased to 50%. I'm
Yeah.
not taking any medication at all. I just drink the noni. I have more energy. I can run up and down the stairs. I can go to the park with my kids. And my daughter, she's very active. She's not having mommy sitting around on the couch. So we can, like in the mornings when I'm taking her to school, there's a little bit of time between dropping her off and my son. So when we get to her school, it's about a 20-minute wait. We walk around her school just to get that activity in. But it's been amazing. I can tell a big difference in my energy level. When I went back to the doctor, he said that medication is working. We were able to immediately pick up your pulse. My pulse went from 36, not being able to be registered on the machine, to the last time he checked it, it was 86, and it popped right up. So
Wow.
Noni is something that I will continue to take for the rest of my life. I have no more headaches, even going from 12 to 46. I don't have headaches anymore. So that definitely is something that will continue to remain in my household.
Wow. So wait a minute, I got to recap. So first and foremost, your heart went from 25% to
Mhm.
50% from the standpoint of the doctors not even being able to detect your heartbeat and having to take your pulse, right? Which was what, 36 beats per minute, right?
And that's on the high level. The 36 was on the high level.
On a high level to now 86. Am I correct?
86.
And I want everybody to listen, okay? Because this is a woman who all of a sudden her life just changed out of nowhere. But on top of it, for years, since the age of 12, she battled headaches. That's every day of her life. I don't know if anybody can imagine having headaches every day of your life, right? Up until you're 46, right?
Yep, 46 as of last year. So
As
from,
of last year,
yep,
46 as of last year. No more headaches.
no
No
more.
more headaches, y'all. But wait a minute, Tanisha, because you shared with me when you started to take this noni, how long did it take before you noticed that you no longer had headaches after experiencing them for what is that, 34 years? How
Yep.
long did it take? How long did it take for this
It
noni?
only it only took 24 hours. So
24
the
hours.
next day I woke up and I was expecting, my head to be hurting. And my husband would always come in and say, "How you feeling today?" And I was like, "Wait a minute. I don't have a headache this morning." And it was only 24 hours later.
Wow. 24 hours later, and since that point, headaches are gone.
Headaches are gone.
Wow. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, what Tanisha is experiencing is the power of this juice. She's experiencing the power of this Tahitian noni juice. You see, what noni is, number one, it's packed with adaptogens and high in iridoids. And iridoids are something that you won't find in your common fruits. It's not in oranges, not in your apples, nothing. It's so powerful. But adaptogens go into your body and they seek out whatever area is not functioning as God intended for your body to function. And it is going to help you literally zap it back into balance. So if you're struggling in your heart area, right? Like Tanisha, her heart percentage was at 25%. She was only using her heart at 25%. And so the noni knew to go right into her system and to
Mhm.
target her heart area. And as it target her heart area, it now is strengthening that area. But it has the capability of doing this no matter what you are dealing with in your body. So if there are abnormalities happening inside of you, things that should not exist, Noni has the capability of shrinking growths. It has the capability of really helping to restore your health. And the greatest part about it is we're not just saying this. We have medical doctors that
Mhm.
endorse this. We have clinical studies that prove this. And that is the reason why we're so passionate about telling the world about this juice because of stories like Tanisha. Prior to this, she couldn't even walk up and down the steps. And I know that as a mother,
Mm.
what it feels like, you know, for you to be able to do the things with your kids. That's the greatest joy I know. And
Yeah.
I know that that's the reason for your smile on your face today because of the fact that when you talk about how you're able to go to the trampoline park now and have fun with your beautiful daughter and to take a walk, that 20-minute walk every day, with her. And that's I'm getting chills. I really am.
Mhm.
I'm getting chills as I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you about it because that's nothing but God and the power of this gift
Mhm.
that He has given us.
Yeah, we usually go on vacation every year. And prior to doing this, we would go to the amusement park. My son loves the amusement park. We would walk around and I would have to stop and sit. I went this year. No more stopping. They would say, "Mommy, slow down."
I love it. Oh
So
my
we were
God.
able to spend hours at the amusement park just having a ball. They enjoyed it.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you what, just seeing the smile on your face, and look, the kids can't even keep up with you. So that's good, right? You say your daughter is all over the place. So,
Mm,
that's a good thing to know that you're feeling good, and that, you have been able to really see things turn around in your life when the doctors pretty much told you that they didn't know what to expect. But of course, we already know we don't put our faith in what doctors say, right? Because we know the God that we serve and the things and everything that He is capable of doing. And so I just truly believe that it's not by chance, and I know you know it, that
yeah,
Apostle Annie found out about this juice and she brought it to you. And
yeah,
now together we are all literally changing the entire world. But you know what? I want to talk too about, when you because you told me that you shared this juice with your doctor, right?
right. I did. I shared the juice with him. And I asked him, for the letter of medical necessity. And he was very hesitant. He didn't want to write this. Matter of fact, he still hasn't written the letter. But I did. I sent him the information for PDR.net, and he said, "Let me take a look at it." I also too, my uncle, was experiencing a lot of swelling in his legs, and his doctor, when I presented it to him, he said, "Absolutely not. I'm not writing that letter."
Mm,
I
that's interesting. Knowing that it's in their reference book,
mhm,
but we already know why. Because
yeah,
the medical doctors, unless they're one of our doctors or they decide to say yes, they're not going to benefit financially.
right,
Therefore, they prefer to give those prescription drugs that you got over there on your desk, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So,
So my daughter, she taking her to the nutritionist. She was diagnosed at one point of being pre-diabetic. And I said, I have something here that's going to help her and make her healthier. So I started giving her the noni. And just last month took her to her doctor. And I was explaining, this is what she's taking. She saw the difference in her weight. Her weight was coming down, um, and asking, what are you doing other than changing her diet? I introduced her to the noni. So she's been in taking that. So her doctor saw the benefit and wrote the letter of medical necessity for her. So because I have the flexible spending account with my job, I can now get reimbursed for her noni.
wow. So, okay. So now you just dropped a nugget on here to anybody that's watching and listening. All right. If you have that FSA, that flexible spending account, and you have a medical doctor that will agree, okay, because we see that, not all doctors, your uncle's doctor was like, not going to do it, right? So would not provide that information necessary. But for your daughter, and your daughter, you said your daughter was pre-diabetic, and she's how old?
She's only 8.
She's only 8. And so you've been able to, her doctor immediately was like, yes, right?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and let's get this for her. So, and that's exciting to know that she has a doctor that immediately just wanted to see your daughter shift and to see her thrive. And so it was not a problem for her to go ahead and do the necessary paperwork for her to be able to get this Tahitian noni.
Right.
So now, how has the noni been able to help your daughter?
So my daughter, again, she was a little bit on the heavy side. She was diagnosed with Downs at birth.
Okay.
So we put her on the regimen, changing her diet a little bit, but we also incorporated the noni in her diet too. So she does started off her off with one in the morning, one at night, and her waistline shrunk after taking it. Um, and also too, one of the things that I love with her, when she gets a headache or her stomach hurts or something going on with her where she doesn't feel herself, she doesn't ask for Tylenol. She doesn't ask for Motrin. She wakes up. She woke me up the other morning with a stomach ache. Mommy, can you go downstairs and get me some noni? That's her go-to. 5 o'clock in the morning. Mommy, can I have some noni? So whatever is going
House
on.
of Thieves, right?
She had a stomach virus not too long ago, and she had the diarrhea, the projectile vomiting. And I was like, I don't know what to do with her. I went downstairs, I opened up a pack of noni, and I gave it to her. After that, no more diarrhea. The vomiting stopped, and she was okay within 24 hours.
Wow. 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 That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's strong, to know that number one, she loves it and it's been able to help her in so many different ways. Because you talked about how even, with school, how she's able to focus more, right? And to be able to accomplish things even more cognitively, right?
She's they were saying at one point she was having trouble with her focus at school. Some things that she wasn't able to do cognitively. So, starting her on the noni, she's able to focus. Her grades have significantly improved. So it was like, I don't know what happened with her. I was like, yeah, I know what happened. It's the
know
noni.
what happened. There's noni, right? Noni is the game changer in everybody's life. And I mean, from your smile to just from your own personal testimony to seeing your daughter thrive, I can only imagine the joy that's really in your heart.
Yeah.
Because, for what nobody knows why things shifted in your life, but we also know the God that we serve, and He always has a plan. And literally, I just believe that this is all a testament and a testimony of His goodness, of what He can do when you trust Him. And now He connects us to natural things and in ways in which we can really be the example in this world, Tenisha, to really let the world know that our health truly is our greatest wealth, because He's just doing an explosion in your family. Because I mean, powerful testimonies of what you just shared between yourself and your daughter, and the headaches and your heart now beating at 50%, and just the increase. And I know you mentioned that pretty soon, like in the fall, you'll be going back to your cardiologist, and I know you can't even wait to see,
I
when
cannot.
you're going to say that, or soon, right? In the fall, right? What
November.
November, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So did I ask you how much noni you drink a day? Did I ask that already?
No. So amazingly enough, this product is so powerful that when I first started, I was only doing the pack in the morning and the pack at night. I recently just increased to doing 2 in the morning and 2 at night. So the heart function improved with just 4 ounces.
Wow. And a lot of people like to know that, because sometimes people say, well, how much of this do I need to drink? But at the end of the day, one thing that we want to say, depending on your body, it varies from person to person, depending on what's going on in your body will determine how much noni you need to take. However, you can't take too much, and just getting some into your system, you can see, makes a huge difference. Tanisha was only drinking 4 ounces. That's one of these in the morning and one of these at night. And her heart was at 25%. And look at where she is now. Now, today, she does 2 of these in the morning and 2 at night. So that's 8 ounces a day. So therefore, it just lets you know that this Tahitian noni works. But you just got to be willing to put it in your system, to take it consistently, because it's not an immediate gratification product. Although we have noticed, Tenisha, just like you said, it targets pain like that.
Immediately.
So for me, it was joint pain in my knees, and I noticed in 3 days that my pain was gone. You had headaches for 36 years, and in 24 hours, no more headache, no more pain, right, in her head. And so this is something that we're seeing happen almost immediately within the first couple of days of people taking it. But as you continue to consume this Tahitian noni, it gets into your system, and that is where it is going to do its greatest work. So, as far as the noni, right? Because I know it has done some phenomenal things in your life, and we could probably stop right there. People like to know, is it just the noni, or are you taking some other products? What other products are you taking? And one thing that you did share with me too is that what you were battling with, also causes weight gain, right?
Yes.
So,
Hmm.
so let's talk about if you're taking what other products you're taking.
So in addition to the noni, I'm also doing the drops, the skinny drops. Um,
Okay.
my heaviest weight was 248. As of this morning, I'm at 233.
Okay, so you're dropping some pounds.
I've also noticed that I'm no longer see at night when I go to sleep and I wake up at night. I would wake up at night hot flashes.
Those
So
hormones.
I've noticed that I'm no longer having to wake up in the middle of the night to go turn the air down. I can sleep. I stay cool.
I love it. I love it. So the skinny drops. Let me just help everybody to understand what these drops are. What Tenisha is talking about is we have a system over here called the Noni Skinny Body System. When you take the Noni, you put it with these drops. These are not weight loss drops. They are hormone body balancing drops. So basically, many times people are going through different things in their body, right? Where it could be that you're experiencing some type of disease, weight gain, whatever it may be, is because your hormones are out of balance, both men and women, not just women, but both men and women. Your hormones get out of whack from the things that you eat, from the environmental issues, whatever, over time. And now what these do is they go into your body and they're going to balance your body to help to bring it back, but they are going to increase your metabolism. They support your thyroid, having a healthy thyroid. And at the end of the day, if you need to lose the weight loss is a byproduct of these drops. However, there are people who battle, serious conditions where they are not the happiest, right? And doctors put them on medication, and they're coming off of medications simply because these drops are balancing them out mentally, and they're feeling better, they're smiling better. And for you, the hot flashes, right? And I know what it feels like to have those hot flashes. I'm
Hmm.
55, but I could say probably in my late 40s, like 46, 47, I
Hmm.
started going through that. And it was so bad. Like literally at night, it was like cover on, cover off,
Yeah.
put the foot out, put the foot on. It was just crazy, right? And then you wake up and you're sweating. And
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, don't touch me. Get on the other side, right? It was horrible, you
Yeah.
know, and that's a whole nother situation. But these drops are the game changer. So that's great to hear that you notice that your hormones are getting back in check and
Mhm.
you dropped some pounds. So how does that make you feel? Because I know what it's like to struggle to lose the weight. There's a lot of people out there that struggle with losing the weight, and it's not so much that that they don't try, because there are people out there trying, but they don't realize that it's their hormones that is the reason why they may try this situation. Although we always say dieting never works, because when you starve yourself and you go on all these crazy diets, you're going to end up putting the weight back on and then some. That's
Mhm.
the reason why it really is all about lifestyle changes. So how do you feel now that you dropping some weight and no longer sweating like you were?
No longer sweating is absolutely phenomenal. The weight, I know, started taking the drops, and I was like, wait a minute, my scale isn't moving.
Mm.
And so I went to go put on a pair of jeans that I wasn't able to get into before. I was able to put those jeans on. So not only am I losing the weight, the inches are coming off too. So feeling really good about that, because I struggle with that, going through the other stuff and the weight gain with the medication. So I'm happy now to see that it's coming off.
Wow. No, you know what? I love it. And that's a great point that you made, because sometimes we're too tied into the scale, Tanisha. And we because I know that used to be me too. I always on the scale. Nate used to tell me, stay off the scale, stay off the scale. But I'm that person. I'm jumping on the scale. I'm jumping on the scale. And I'm like, why won't my scale move? But to know that you're losing the inches, that's powerful. And sometimes that's how it will happen. You'll see the inches. You'll be able to put those jeans on that you couldn't put on before. And now you're excited to where, you know that something's happening. It's just that your scale is not moving like you wanted to do. But that's great to know that you were able to find the combination of these drops and this noni to begin to bring about the change in your life that now is resulting in that beautiful smile on your face, right?
I'm
So,
excited.
yes, I know you are. I know you are. And so, as we get ready to shift and kind of close this out on today, not only did you say yes to Apostle Annie to really become a product of the product, because you could have just been a customer of hers, but you are one of the newest managers on our team. And so we definitely say congratulations to you. And you said yes because you also see this as an opportunity. And for you to have hit the rank of manager, that means that you've earned some money over here, right?
Yeah.
So, just share with us why you made a decision to not just be a customer, but to also, say yes to the opportunity, because somebody out there is probably thinking, well, maybe I know some other people who can benefit from this product. So just talk about, a little bit on why you're excited to be a part of Impact 1 Million.
So prior to coming to Partnerco and this amazing opportunity, I was involved in some other companies before that promised products that work, and they didn't. So coming over here, the products work. I don't have the headaches. My heart function is getting better. So I was like, this is a place that I need to be with products that work. Again, like you said, making some money, being able to pay off some bills. So it's just been phenomenal. Again, being able to touch people, being able to help them, to let them know, you may be in pain today, but that does not have to be your story. That does not have to be your testimony. We have products that work. They are amazing products. So just being able to share that with them is the reason that I'm part of the company and why I decided to say yes.
Yes. No, I love it. I love it. And I know it just kind of goes right in line with your heart and what you were already doing, prior to everything shifting in your life. You could tell that you had the heart of just really giving back, by going and donating blood and all of the things that you were doing from a community standpoint. And now you've been able to take the very thing that you love to do to help other people and to say yes to products that work, right? That's one thing that I can truly say is that these products, every time that I think about the products and the fact that, they're not just fly by night products. We have 15 certifications. Our products are proven. There are clinical studies out there that we can share with you on the different things that you may be battling with in your body. And so we have a real company with some real products, with a real compensation plan, with such great energy and great opportunity. And you know what, Tenisha? We are just getting started. So we are so thankful for your yes. And I just want to say, as we close this out on tonight, that every single thing that you've shared on here, no doubt, we know is definitely going to change the lives of so many people. And so I just want to say thank you so much for coming on here tonight and sharing your phenomenal story. And you know what? I want everybody to know that Tanisha, this straight pulled her completely out of her comfort zone.
All the way out.
Completely. She didn't share, But I want you to know that Tanisha told us straight up she is an extrovert. I mean, an introvert. See, I don't put it out there. You're an extrovert. Extrovert. She said that she is a straight introvert. All right. But you know what? She knows that God has a plan for her here and that it requires her to get outside of her comfort zone. And so when I reached out to her, she didn't stutter. She didn't think about it. She said, absolutely, I am there. And for that, I am grateful. And we are so, so proud of you. So thank you so much. And we already know we can't wait to celebrate you as we take this thing all the way to the top. So everybody, we want to say great evening to each and every one of you. We want to say thank you so much for jumping on tonight and hearing none other than Tenisha Perry's incredible story. Go ahead and tell somebody, tag somebody, let somebody know what the power of this knowledge our products are doing in the lives of so many people. Don't miss it. Get healthy. And if you're ready to create some of this wealth with us, definitely get back with the person who shared this spot with you and say, I am ready. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much, Tanisha.